Do you have days of where you feel like the luckiest girl in the world? You know, when you think of your fans and you think of everything else, do you have like a why me moment, you know?
I do all the time.
Yeah.
Because for me, you know, my parents raised me to never be presumptuous about success or anything that you're owed in life. Like, so to have all of this happen, to get to stand on a stage every night and call that a career choice, to get to write my own music and to stand on a stage and have people sing the words back to me, that feels like we're all in it together. I feel very understood by my fans, which makes me feel incredibly lucky. And I'm just really happy. I'm really so happy that the album has been received the way it's been received. And it's just real. My mind is blown by what the fans have done for me.
When you put so much of you into the songs, and you're so forward with, you know, what the stories are behind the songs, is it hard to forever spend weeks and weeks and weeks and months talking about the memories you have and the stories that go behind the songs?
Well, the cool thing about putting out music that is about my life is that it's like every 2 years for the last since I was 16, I've been putting out these accurate documentations of what it was like me growing up in that period of time. And I write songs not just to put them on albums, but I write songs to help understand life a little bit more. Life makes a little more sense to me when I can take these complex emotions and you know, tricky situations and things that come at you in life and process them and say them in a song. It just is what I need to do to feel like I can make a little more sense of everything.
People have been writing about love and music for hundreds of years. Why is it such a good topic for you? What do you see in those songs and in that topic?
I think for me, the reason why I choose to write about trying to navigate relationships and life and love is because that's what's at the top of my mind at this time in my life. Like that's been what I've thought about since I started writing songs, and so I've always kind of focused on those topics. When I was 16, I was thinking about the guy sitting next to me in class. When I was writing Fearless, when I was 18, I was thinking about how you figure out what love means and dating and all that. And you know, I think that I just try to write what I know, and I try to write what's on my mind at the time. And so this record is about relationships and life and trying to be 20 the right way.
When you are 20, because you know, do people in your life try and do that line that older people tend to do of where it's like you'll figure it out one day, you'll get to the point of where you'll look at things differently? Do people give you that speech?
No, I don't really get much condescending advice from people around me, because I have people around me who have been around me for a very long time. And so they know that if there's going to be a lesson learned, I'm going to learn it on my own. And that goes for, I think, most people. If you try to shove a lesson down their throat by lecturing them constantly, it's just not going to work. But for me, I live life by observing, and I learn lessons by watching other people, by watching my own, what's going on with my situations. And it's just like, I think that from being a people watcher for most of my life, I've been able to really kind of tap into emotions and just be fascinated by them in general.
What about the fact that you're one of the most watched people?
Oh, really?
You don't think so?
I don't know. I don't know what it's like to be anyone else. So it's sort of like the perception of you on any given day by any given person. I try not to factor too much of that into living my life, because it's like you're the same person.
When you do try and when you are your age and you do try and live somewhat of a normal life, do you feel watched?
Yeah, but not in a creepy way.
No?
I mean, I live in Nashville, so I get to go to the grocery store, and I get to go to Target, and I get to go shopping and just do whatever I would do normally. And of course, it's a much more social situation now. Like, I am talking to a lot more people. I'm signing a lot of things, but it's like, that's what I wanted. And the fans are amazing. Like, anytime I run into them, it's a privilege. But I don't have to deal with a lot of paparazzi because I don't live in LA or New York. So it's been a relatively relaxed, normal life, in spite of all of the crazy, abnormal attention.